Hello and welcome to a conversation with attorney John Gomez, the president and founder of the Gomez Law Firm based in San Diego, California. For more than 15 years, John Gomez has been dedicated to providing high-quality legal representation to ordinary people and businesses who've suffered harm. He's been called among the best in the business because he's smart, aggressive, and relentless in getting results for his clients. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Gomez.
Thank you.
You graduated from Yale, the nation's top-ranked law school. You clerked for a prestigious federal judge, and then you joined one of the most respected law firms in all of America, Latham & Watkins. How does that experience help you represent ordinary people today?
Well, I think first of all, that experience taught me excellence. Going to Yale, working for a federal judge, working for Fortune 500 companies taught me excellence in the practice of law. And not a lot of lawyers that represent ordinary people and businesses like I do have that background of excellence. And I bring that same level of excellence to my representation of ordinary people and businesses.
Next up, you became a federal prosecutor and you got a reputation as being an exceptionally effective and award-winning trial lawyer. In fact, you tried and you won 20 straight felony jury trials, including several high-profile criminal prosecutions. What do you believe sets you apart from most other trial lawyers?
Well, I think if I stand up to try a case, whether it be a criminal case as a prosecutor or a civil case, which I do today on behalf of ordinary people, I believe very strongly in what I do. When I was a prosecutor, I believed very strongly in the client I represented, the United States of America. Today, I believe very strongly in my clients' causes when I stand up to represent them at trial. And I think philosophically, finally, losing is just something that's not acceptable to me. It's not acceptable to us as a firm. So I think those things are really the keys to our success at trial.
When you returned to private practice, you made it your passionate mission to represent ordinary people. You've taken on some of the world's most powerful companies, you've stood toe-to-toe with their well-financed lawyers, and you've won. You've taken on Ford Motor Company, for example, GM, and a whole host of others. So explain how you're able to beat the big guys.
Well, I think first of all, we match up well. If I could borrow a sports analogy, we have the same kind of legal background, the same sort of sophistication, the same kind of resources that we can put to work for ordinary people. And hopefully we have all that stuff and more. And so I think we match up well. Secondly, I think we care more. If I'm a lawyer representing a corporation or a company, I basically care about the bottom line. In the kind of legal work we do, we care about human beings. We care about our clients as people. And so I think we just care more. That allows us to beat the big guys. We have both a moral and emotional advantage.
In the last 6 years, you've recovered more than $130 million in verdicts and settlements for your clients. Very impressive. 17 of those awards have actually topped $1 million. You have never lost a trial in which you were the lead counsel. So what's your secret to getting extraordinary results for ordinary people?
Well, first of all, hard work. We work very hard for our clients. Second, creativity. We try to be very creative in the ways we represent them. And finally, belief. We believe very much in what we do, and we believe very much in our clients. Those really are the keys to our success.
In 2005, you received the Outstanding Trial Lawyer Award from the Consumer Attorneys of San Diego for a landmark $1.6 million jury verdict against a crematorium for the mishandling of human remains, a very tough case. How did you effectively handle all of the emotion from this event for your clients? Because it must have been extremely painful in the courtroom.
It was, and I think the most important thing was just getting to know them as people. In preparation for trial, we spent a lot of time with them, and so that we were able to understand their emotional loss. I think that helped in two ways. First of all, it helped us tell their story to the jury. Secondly, it allowed us to get to know them and them to get to know us as human beings. So when we went into court, they trusted us. They felt safe. They felt safe in that courtroom and were able to explain their emotions as human beings in a safe environment.
And in 2006, you actually obtained a $106 million wrongful death verdict against San Diego County and convicted murderess Kristen Rossum in the so-called American Beauty case, which, as we all know, made national headlines. Why was this such a history-making case for both you and your clients?
It was a history-making case both for my clients in that case and my clients today for a few reasons. First of all, the case against the county was a very difficult one. Essentially, no one thought we could win, and we did win. In fact, we obtained a $106 million verdict. That verdict is the largest wrongful death verdict in California history. Secondly, the $100 million punitive damage award against Kristen Rossum is the largest punitive damage award against an individual defendant in American history. That result was very important for our clients in that case, not so much for the money, but because they were emotionally vindicated. That result was very important to us as a law firm and our clients today, because defendants know that we can obtain big verdicts even in very difficult cases.
Finally, you take pride in giving back to the community where you were raised and where you were educated. Your practice has a so-called First Saturday program where you and your staff actually volunteer around town. Why is it so important to be leaders in the civic, philanthropic, and political communities?
Well, I think first of all, it keeps us connected with real people. Secondly, it keeps us morally balanced. We believe very much that our central mission here is to make the community we live in a better place. We do that through the practice of law, hopefully affect positive change through the practice of law. Secondly, we do it as human beings. We get out in the community, roll up our sleeves, stand side by side with real people and pitch in. We think it helps us understand real people, and we think it makes us better lawyers.
And finally, how do you make your workplace dynamic, exciting, positive, and rewarding for your employees?
We do everything as a team, and every member of the team is important. So every case we talk about as a team and we work on as a team. That's important to both everyone that works here. It keeps them motivated, excited, energetic, happy to be here. And it's very important for our clients. They know that every member of our team is working very hard to make sure they win their case. And finally, every member of our team has a financial stake in our success. And that's very important to our clients, because that means that when our clients win, every member of our team wins. And that means every member of our team is working hard to make sure that happens.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed a conversation with. Our guest has been San Diego attorney John Gomez, the president and founder of the Gomez Law Firm.